Aloha, this is Sky with FNN-Feminist News Network. The feminist news is right for you. Welcome to the Rainbow Room at night. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for joining, and remember, you can always still get that Feminism is for Everyone tea for $15 and $5.99 shipping and handling. Alright, so contact me today at FeministNewsN@gmail.com if you're interested. And what do I want to talk about today? Ming Wanhu, the Huawei CFO that has been locked up over a week in a Vancouver prison for women waiting for extradition to where? The U.S. for what? Sanction violations to try to sell technologies to Iran. Now, they were already selling technologies to North Korea. Now, Huawei, as we all know, is the second biggest cell phone maker above Apple and under Samsung. And Huawei is the largest provider of that type of technology and service. And they are a international, global corporation that does business with a lot of countries besides U.S. Now, Ming Wanhu was in Vancouver when she was locked up, and she has yet to be charged fully or have her charges explained to the public. Now, China, the government, has asked for her immediate release and calls anything beyond that just an act of aggression against them. Even though the president of China and our president, Trump, has gotten together at the G20 to create a 90-day stay and stopping of the sanctions on January the 1st. And on the day that that was agreed at the G20 was the day that Ming was locked up. Now, we're going to get in a little more detail with this, because I would like to explain to you without the use of videos like I sometimes do in regards to why was it Ming, the CFO, to be one of the first of what we know may be many that get locked up as individuals of a corporation from a foreign entity to be taken in by America. Now, they did it clearly, and Bolton felt that it was okayed by him because he is head, and it was done, as they say, as a legal matter. But was it legal or political? It was both. Because we know we have sanctions against them, and it's about the sanctions that this capture of this woman has happened. And yes, they did it toward a woman because they felt they could arrest her easier. Would they did that to Solomon Muhammad over in Saudi Arabia? No, they would not. would they have done this action against one of the other big five, Australia, New Zealand, UK, or Germany? No. But they did it to China. And they did it to this woman whose father started the company. Now, we know that New Zealand, Australia, UK, and America is trying to hold back from them to be the first with 5G technology, claiming that it would be used for spying equipment when you know damn well it'll be put into a smarter, cheaper smartphone than what Apple can produce. So, yeah, this is more than just political. It's also corporate. And we're talking about corporate warfare. They don't want this Chinese woman running off the head of technology for all of China and other countries and providing technologies that go into planes and stealth fighter jets. They want that for Lockheed. They want that for America. They want that money to go to our oligarchs and our 1% instead of theirs. Understand what's happening here, because you won't see the last of this type of action. Now, was this a UN approved taking of this woman due to the sanctions? Well, they broke, U.S. has broke a approved agreement and sanction with Iran. So, with a broken sanction, and them putting economic warfare and sanctions against Iran and China and other countries, you know, the woman was caught probably, like they were talking about in real news, about the NSA probably intercepting her phone calls, and that's how they got a hold of her. But we like to see what charges are being laid down, because it's like they said on real news also with the general, is that GE has done this. Walmart is complicit of going against the World Trade Organization in court to do what's best for their fiduciaries. And they were against America in those courts. GE has given technology to China. So why lock up this woman when you could be locking up a man at GE? They're breaking sanctions. Oh, that happened a long time ago, not right now. Now, see, with all these unnecessary, unwarranted, and un-UN approved sanctions that they're throwing around all over everywhere, and then they're going to take a total novice, a Fox blonde. What, you putting her in the UN spot where Nikki Haley was unqualified to even put a more unqualified, the most unqualified person in the UN? Which will make America look like dumbasses. Don't let me get started. Because to say that this is only, you know, it was explained. Now, any law against the sanctions or trade is also domestic law. Now, this is an international company. This is a global business. This woman is a citizen of another country. So, no, you should not. See, they're looking for ways to make it okay. We can get her, now we can get Assange. You see how all this interacts? How all of this has a whole bunch of legs and wings of deception and corruption and oligarchy wanting to take power in the right wing and the dismantling of our government. Because basically what's happening here, people, is this. We got a bunch of GOP super right wings and Democrats that are beholden to money. Just, I know that's right, that are just dismantling and tearing apart our government like venture capitalists tore apart Toys R Us and all the other companies that we have grown to know but are no longer around because somebody wanted to go in and tear it up and bring it down and give off all that was left to the top 1% of the company. And they're doing the same thing with the government. By the time they finish unregulating, dequalifying, and unregulizing, and trading and bartering in wrong ways and playing bully and war and saying that you have to use our weapons to do it or our planes to fly. Forcing them on them like thugs in a bad episode of Sopranos. Is that how you sell weapons now? Is that what we're in the business of? Not sustainability, not trying to recapture and make America great again, but pollute the waterways instead of making them blue again. So, all of this has a lot of legs, a lot of wings, and it's doing a lot of things, and none of it's good. And you need to be almost a legal scholar to understand how they're manipulating the law to grab this woman, to extradite her. And of course Canada is going to fall in line. Trudeau's going to say whatever fits him right, but he's proven himself with the pipeline and everything else he's doing. The only good thing about them is legalizing marijuana right now. Well, legalizing cannabis right now. And everything else, he's just playing puppet to them. Now, we know well that Trump doesn't have a full grasp of what's going on here. He's not a lawyer. He hasn't gone to school to really become much of anything that he even know what degree he has. Now, this is problematic because he's only paying attention to 2020 while Bolton and the rest are just making a mess. And if you agree with me, contact me or leave a comment, because I believe Ming has been wrongfully charged the company. Now, Eric Holder never would have done this because he was the king of not locking them up. But to start with this woman, no. It's more than just legal. It's political, and it's corporate conspiracy to allow Apple and Samsung to take over in regards to the technology that Huawei is ready to blow up and do with 5G and all the other technologies that they're ahead of the other competition. Now, if you want to leave a comment about that, let me know. At FeministNewsN at gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Facebook page. And if you like it, share. Tell your friends. And let's make it to 100 so we can do Money Bell. Oh yeah. And don't forget, you can still get those shirts. Feminism is for everyone. $15. Just contact me at FeministNewsN@gmail.com, and I'll let you know how to get it done. Alright. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. And remember, this ain't conspiracy. It's just a whole hell of a lot going on in this era of hate. Peace.